Who the f*** is Phil?
So what's up? We got Rob Cervoni here from Taglio Pizza, not only in Mineola, but his new location in Massapequa.
Yeah.
Food Network show Chopped Bobby Flay. Is that Bobby Flay?
No.
Who is that?
Just Chopped. No, I just go against random
which
people.
I watched, and I don't know if you check your DMs, but you responded to me like 2-3 years ago on that. How long ago was that?
About 2 years ago.
That was about 2 years ago, and I messaged you back then. I watched it on TV, and I'm like, congratulations, that was a great show. We didn't even know each other back then.
Yeah.
And you responded back to me, I believe.
Of course I
I
did.
could go back,
Everyone,
and check, but I'm pretty sure you did, 99%.
I hope I did.
You did. And we became friendly. We met in Vegas last year at the pizza convention.
Yep. We met in Vegas.
We had a mutual friend that introduced us. And
yes.
I remember you're like, oh my God, yeah, you're from Phil's in Syosset. You got a great location.
Funny thing is when I was right after college, my mom moved from Great Neck because I grew up in Great Neck. I was the only Italian kid in Great Neck. My mom moved to Woodbury, and she was in a townhouse over here. So when I would come home from college, I would stay by her. Yeah. And this is where we ordered from all the time. And I just remember ordering like a salad and it being like 4 salads, and the food here is incredible.
Thank you.
But yeah, man, I think we met in Vegas. I didn't really know who you were.
We talk about the electric ovens a little bit over
there. Correct.
I was looking at those Pie Master ovens for a little.
Yeah, Pizza Master.
Yeah,
you always call them Pie Master.
I don't know why I call it Pie Master. Pizza Master.
Yeah, Pizza Master, and
but you have like a different. You have an electric oven.
I have electric. I have Moretti. I don't like Pizza Master. Especially now.
Yeah, you know what? They came here actually to like measure and stuff, and they never got back to me.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to talk bad about them because they're a sponsor of the World Pizza Champion team.
Yeah.
So I got a slap on the wrist for saying bad things on another podcast. So anyway, fuck Pizza Master.
Yeah, I mean they never got back to me. So
whatever.
But I'm still interested. I mean, I'm going to the pizza convention very soon. I don't know. Are you going?
I'm gonna go for one day. I have to do a demo. In the new location, I bought a Moretti Forni.
Yeah.
Best oven I ever used.
Really?
I've been through every single oven. I've been through
Rob brought some of his pizza.
I brought some Roman pizza.
Here we go. Beautiful.
I've been through a Castelli, which is a handmade oven in Rome. But very, very good for Roman pizza.
Yeah. And this is the Roman pizza.
This is the Roman, yeah.
Wow, it looks great.
Yeah. And I've been through Moretti, Castelli, Ital Forni, and in my opinion, I think
really good.
The Moretti is the best one. Yeah, man, this is the regular Roman, and this is our potato rosemary. So I figured I'd bring you a little snack.
Yeah, I mean, we came to your grand opening, it was like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Place was jamming.
It's crazy.
And
it's been crazy.
Everything was delicious.
Thank you, bro.
Pizza was out of control. Margarita, the sauce on the margarita was off the charts.
It's funny you say that. My sauce recipe.
I know. We saw it on Instagram.
I put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's literally tomatoes,
yeah,
olive oil, basil.
There's no reason to put any other crap in it. Why do you have to?
You don't need to. If you have a good tomato, like people load it up with sugar, and I'm like, why? The tomato should be sweet.
Yeah.
Tomato you should be able to taste the tomato. A lot of local pizzerias in Massapequa, I'm not going to name names, but they fucking load their sauce with sugar.
Yeah.
I've been to every single pizzeria in Massapequa recently. Right before I opened, I wanted to try and see what the competition was like.
Yeah.
It's
a completely different pizza than what you're putting out.
Yeah, man.
Night and day.
I mean, I'm trying to be ahead of the curve. I'm trying to do something different for Long Island. And,
so how'd you get started, like in the pizza business? I don't really know much about your story.
Yeah.
Did you work at a Geno's?
I worked at Center Pizza. So
Center
the Geno's
Pizza.
family claims me because that's one of their spots. So when I grew up in Great Neck, obviously, like I just said, right up the block from my house, it turns into Little Neck in Queens. So in the shopping center there was Center Pizza. My dad grew up in Little Neck.
Okay.
So when my dad was growing up, this guy Sebastian owned it, and it used to be called Sebastian's Pizzeria.
Sebastian died in the store.
No, Sebastian's still alive.
Did somebody die in the store, in that store? Like somebody, like, you were like an old man that owned it originally?
Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea.
I thought I heard
But I know
story.
Sebastian's still alive because he came to my pizzeria recently.
Good.
Because one of my pizza men actually worked for him, and I was telling him the story. He's like, wait a second, you talking about Sebastian? Like, Sebastian?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, Sebastian.
So a nephew of Geno's bought that store,
Correct.
right?
Yeah. So two guys, Paul and Joe and the other Joe, they're all in the Geno's family. They all somehow, some way, all the Geno's are connected.
Yeah. Nothing out here though.
Nothing
they have
out
other
here.
places
Yeah,
over there.
I think they have Port Washington.
Manhasset,
They have
Port Washington, Great
Manhasset.
Neck.
Yes.
Yes.
So they're all like affiliated. So Center Pizza was their one that they bought it. When I started working there, they had just bought it.
Okay.
Right. But my dad worked for Sebastian back in the day.
It's got to be like 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. And then my dad was like, why don't you get a job? Why don't you go work over there? I worked over there. You learn to talk to people.
Oh, your dad was in the pizza business?
He just worked there as a kid, And my dad's a stockbroker, so he went into Wall Street and everything. But then I started working there. I fell in love with it. I loved being behind the counter. I loved the camaraderie between all the guys.
Yeah.
I started out as a busboy. I didn't really do much there. I worked my way up to just working the counter a couple days a week.
Yeah.
And then just went to college. Life got in the way. Stopped working at the pizza business, in the pizza biz. Then after college, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and this frozen yogurt store popped up. I remember that craze, the frozen yogurt self-serve craze. There was a couple over here.
Yeah, what were they like? What were they called, those places?
Well, the one that I opened was called 16 Handles.
Oh yeah, I remember.
But then there was other ones like Moo La La, and there was a bunch of shit all over the place. So my dad found that, and he's like, "Why don't you do something like that?" So I opened up one of those. I had that for like 7 years in Great Neck. Did really well with it. Caught the craze, but like it wasn't like a passion thing for me. It was just like.
It wasn't something that like you're making like pizza.
Nah, it was like you pour
put these things in there, pull the handle. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It was just a money making thing. It was a great money maker, but the fad died down, and I was like, before I sold that place, I'm like, what do I want to do? And I'm like, I want to open a pizzeria. I was always tinkering around making pizza at home and doing that kind of thing. And I would go to Italy in the summertime, and right outside of Rome, where I'm from, is Frosinone.
Oh yeah.
And so
I know that.
So you see this pizza everywhere, and you're like, why isn't this in the United States? Fast forward to like, I think it was like 2017 or 2016. I found Massimiliano on Instagram. Massimiliano Cervoni is the guy who teaches people how to make Roman style pizza. He actually lives in Spain right now. We became close, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna just fucking do it. I found a place in Mineola. I signed the lease. I hired Massimiliano as a consultant to help me kind of lay the place out.
Yeah, and I think that's a crazy spot, man, because like if I was gonna open up a place, that wouldn't be the spot, because I would just, it's hard to park.
It's hard to park.
And that's not something your traditional pizzeria owner looks for.
Yeah, so when I was looking, it was more like I wanted a heavily populated, high traffic area. So right next to the train station, right next to the hospital, I figured I'm going to get tons of walking traffic. When I signed the lease there, they were building a big building across the street with like 200 apartments.
Yeah.
So I felt like, I'm like, this area is like going to be like a little hub, and it's ahead of the curve. And thank God it worked out. The location, hindsight being 2020, the location sucks. Town is not ideal for what I was in. A lot of Portuguese, a lot of, but it's almost like I survived there in spite of the location, as opposed to because of the location. So, I had to work my ass off.
Yeah, you made the location what it is.
Yeah, I had to work my ass off to get that thing off the ground. But yeah, Massimiliano, I took a class with him. He taught me the Roman style pizza. I already know how to do New York style pizza. And then I just honestly dove really deep into dough making, like the process of it.
Does he use the electric ovens also?
Yeah, he used the Moretti Forni. So my first oven was a Moretti Forni P series. So I kind of come full circle on that with the Moretti S series, which is their newer model in the new place. And honestly, man, it's just I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to do a Phil's of Syosset model, a Mario's model. Like, you guys are all doing that, and that's a true time-tested model.
It works.
And it works for you guys. I wanted to do something different, but the hardest part of that was educating the customer on hey, you don't sell chicken franchise here? Well, I used to, but now I stopped doing that because I really want to just focus on the pizza and give the best possible pizza product that I could give. So I don't want to be like a diner, like a pizzeria restaurant. I call them all the diners are closing, and then the pizzerias now are putting hamburgers on the menu.
Yeah, that I'll never do. I'm never doing that.
Please don't do that.
I can't.
I
just can't bring myself to it.
It's just what are we doing now?
No.
Are we a pizzeria? Are we a restaurant? Or
Menu's big enough. We got enough stuff.
Yeah, no, and your food is incredible.
Thank you.
So,
I'll go to a diner and see chicken franchise on the menu or shrimp scampi, and I'm why?
Why? Yeah.
You have 700 things on the menu.
But because it's a diner, you're fine. you know, whatever. And believe it or not, I guarantee you, people walk in there and order, chicken
yeah.
parm and chicken francese and it is what it is. But yeah, man, I mean, the new location has been fucking crazy. I mean, Massapequa has
I heard.
welcomed me with open arms. You were there the first night. I mean, it was nuts.
It was phenomenal. Really, you were sold out of everything.
Yeah. It gets to a certain point where like we're an artisanal pizza place, right?
Yeah.
We focus on the dough. We focus on every single pie that goes out of there. It needs to be identical. It needs to be handcrafted. It needs to be perfect.
Yeah.
When you start doing high volume, you lose some of that.
Yeah.
That artisan feel.
But I think with that electric oven, man, that really cooks the pie nice.
Does, man. If there was one thing I would recommend,
you're not getting this in the oven that I have. You're not getting.
But like that's the one thing I recommend most people, and some people they can't do it because the building doesn't have the electric or, you know, whatever. It's one of those things that if you put an electric oven in your place, you'll change your pizza.
I know. I really want to
significantly.
Yeah.
Like don't even replace all your ovens. Throw a 2-deck Moretti in
That's what I want to do.
And just like use that, and I guarantee you, what's going to happen is you're not going to use the other ovens.
I know.
You're going to be like, fuck those.
But I really want to get rid of one of my decks, like you said, and do that.
Yeah.
And like offer start by offering a different style pizza, not just cook everything in there.
Those ovens will cook every style.
Yeah.
You know, so like, you know, it's just a different thing, and it's tough for guys who have been in business as long as you have to make that change. You do great business here. Your customers love your product.
Yeah.
Who, like, you know what I mean? It's your passion that wants you to change.
Yeah.
But your customers, you could put that oven in, make a better pizza, but the customers hate it.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Oh, just too well done.
Yeah, it's because it's different. You know what I mean?
It's burnt.
It's crazy.
But this is the way pizza is supposed to be cooked.
100%. I mean, that's my opinion. That like I made a video recently that all my pizzas are well done.
Yeah.
And now that I opened in Massapequa, my one complaint I'm getting is that the pizzas are burnt.
Yeah.
And now some of them are valid complaints because I have new counter guys putting slices in the oven, forgetting about them. They're just all new.
Yeah.
But the pies that come out, I know they're cooked perfectly. Some guy yesterday was like, "Yo, this pizza's burnt," and so I'm like, "All right, you know."
Meanwhile, you know,
let me check it out. I'm like, I just boxed that one, but let me check it out. Maybe I missed something.
Yeah.
So I take it. I look in the bottom. I'm like, "Sir, I'll make you another pizza, no problem, but it's gonna look exactly the same." I said, "The only thing I could do is give it to you raw." He said, "Give it to me raw." I'm like, "You sure?" So I cooked this pizza halfway, and I'm talking, it was fucking raw.
Yeah.
This crust was white. He's like, "Perfect. Make it like this for everybody every time. You're gonna make $1 million over here."
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, like, he has no clue.
Like you have no clue. You know. But that's the.
But I heard you have like a 3-hour wait there sometimes.
I did.
It's crazy.
On that first
that's
Friday,
awesome.
That first Friday night, I had a 3-hour.
But listen, don't be nervous. That's advertisement.
Yeah, I know that.
That's free advertisement. Because you know what? Somebody called me and said, "Oh my God, I went to your buddy's place. It was a 3-hour wait."
Yeah.
I'm not waiting there 3 hours. I'm like, "Yeah, but you're gonna go back, aren't you?" He's like, "Yeah, probably." I'm like, "So what are you complaining for?
Yeah.
You're gonna go back there and you're gonna like it."
People were waiting the 3 hours. People were like, "Listen, I don't care when I get my pizza. He's like, will I get a pizza tonight?" I'm like, "You will get a pizza tonight."
Yeah.
Our system is, you give me your order, I take your phone number. As soon as your order's ready, my Toast POS system automatically sends you a text message. "Hey, your order's ready for pickup." So people were ordering, going home, getting the text, coming there, getting their pizza, and they're like, "Wow, this system's great. I never got a text message." And that's another thing that we've been doing different that I think Massapequa just doesn't understand is we don't take phone orders. I refuse to hire 10 phone girls, put them in the basement, pay them $17 an hour to answer the phone.
And get the order wrong.
And get the order wrong, yeah. So I'm only online ordering. And then when you call my store,
I like you have that kiosk when you walk in.
Yeah,
also.
I have
That's
a kiosk that you could order from. And then when you call my store, it's an AI phone answering system. So it's called Loman AI. So
how's that work?
So basically, you call, and it's like this computer-generated voice that you could talk to, and you hook her up to your POS system, and she I say memorize, but it's my menu is programmed into her artificial intelligence. Yeah, somehow, some way. So if you say, "Hey, do you sell chicken wings?" No, we don't sell chicken wings, but we have a buffalo chicken pizza with that is, and then she'll tell you exactly what's on it.
Oh, she's upselling.
Yeah, she upsells. It's exactly what it is.
Sick.
So, and then and sometimes like older people don't know that they're talking to a robot
Yeah.
because it's that sophisticated.
Hello.
Yeah. They're like, "Can I place an order?" And then she goes,
Can I
"No."
talk to the manager?
And then when you say that, if
Yeah.
you say I want to talk to a human, she'll forward you to the store, and then you
Yeah.
could talk to one of us. So that's what most people do. But you know,
What if somebody says, "Oh, can I order a pie with you?" You take the order, right?
she goes, the AI system will say, we currently don't take any orders over the phone, but let me send you a text message with a link to where you could order online.
Yeah.
And then, would you like me to send that to you? And if you say yes, you get a text to your phone, you click it, you could order online. If you say no, they say it kind of runs you in like 2 circles, and then it'll transfer you to somebody. And then we pick up the phone, and we're like, you didn't get it the first 2 times? We don't take orders over the phone. We only take orders online. What do you mean you don't take orders over the phone? I said, we just don't. That's not how we do things. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit with you for 10 minutes on, well, I want it this way or that
Reciting
way.
the menu to you.
Yeah, and then you made a video about it. And,
Yes.
and I think that was one of the first videos I sent to everybody. I'm like, this is exactly why I have AI.
Yep.
Because they're like, well, what do you want, honey? You want this?
Oh, God.
Get the fuck out of here.
Meanwhile, they're asking 16 people in the background what they want to eat,
Yeah.
but you don't have 15 phones on hold or 20 people at the counter.
Exactly.
You know?
They don't realize
Nah.
that. So that's why I do that. And I think for basically I'm training people to think differently about. I implemented tons of technology into my place, whereas old school places won't do that. Like if you look at a King Umberto, they have no online ordering.
I thought they did for a while, didn't they? I saw something on Instagram, online orders.
They have nothing. They have no DoorDash, no Uber Eats.
Oh,
no
that they don't
orders.
have.
Yeah, and they don't do delivery, and they have 10 phone girls probably on a Friday night, and everything's on paper. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand that. But that works for them because they've been there for that long, and they're the king in the industry. And
definitely.
You know what I mean?
They're a powerhouse.
Powerhouse. So
how long were you in Mineola? Like, when did you open Mineola?
I opened that in 2018.
So 2018. So that was social media was around back then.
Social media was around,
but not as powerful as it is now.
Nowhere near as powerful.
Did you play with social media back then?
I did. I would just post pictures of the food and pictures of the pizza, and then, I struggled for many years over there because I opened in 2018.
Yeah.
We were on the rise 2018, 2019, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And I had 2 years of that.
Yeah.
Where,
horror.
I was new. So people during
And you were
COVID,
right by the hospital too.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I had nurses and doctors coming out crying every day. We literally put tables in front of the door, and we were just doing pies out the door. I would sell like 4 pies a day. Like, it was bad. Like, there was a point where we were like, I gotta just close this place and figure my life out and figure out what I want to do. But thanks to my dad, he was like, nah, you know what? Just like keep going there. Like, I'll help you out, whatever you need. Just keep it going because the pizza's great, the food is good.
That's great that he had that confidence.
Yeah, he's like, if the food is good, if the food was shit, he'd be like, listen, you gotta close. This place sucks. You know what I mean? But he knew the pizza was good, and he knew I was passionate about it. But yeah, man, it was a struggle, and it wasn't until like, right after COVID, I kind of was going to get out of the pizza business, and I was looking for a business partner to come in and kind of take over Mineola.
Yeah.
And that's when I would go to pizza expos and work in Caputo's booth, and I met Domenico Tolomeo. So me and him became friends.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I met him
Great
once.
guy, and I brought him in to be my partner.
Yeah.
He helped me a lot with my New York style pizza, changed the recipe there. He helped me with, preparation of a lot of the toppings and just different stuff, because he had a different base background of culinary than I had.
I heard he's like very helpful.
Very helpful.
Because we've messaged each other back and forth on Instagram, and he's like, "Oh, if you ever need anything, text me."
Super helpful.
Yeah, very nice guy.
And he worked in delis and stuff like that, so he helped me with a lot of the preparation of the toppings.
Yeah.
Then I got that text message from the Food Network, and that's kind of what
they just reached out to you like
they
that.
Just reached out on Instagram.
Where'd they get your number?
They reached out on Instagram.
Really?
So I had started doing videos on Instagram.
What was that, BSTV Productions guy?
I don't remember what it was.
I got a message from them recently also. BSTV.
Always respond to them because they're real. So I think they're headhunters, right? They go out and they'll probably message 100 different pizza places.
Yeah.
Hey, we're looking for a guy for an episode of Chopped for a pizza specific episode.
Yeah.
Would you like to do an interview?
Yeah.
And you say yes. And
How was that whole process?
So I went through like 10 interviews because
Really?
the first one is you meet with the headhunter on Zoom, right? They look at your face, they make sure you are who you are in your Instagram, they see if you're a drug addict, they look at you like, this guy's a little fucked up,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I passed that one. They're like, hey, like, we think you'd be perfect for this. Will you? It's almost like you're playing a video game. You got to go to the next level.
Yeah.
Until you get to the boss, which is the executive producer, and I once I got to the executive producer, I did like it was 2-second phone call. They're like, "Why do you want to do the show?" And I said, "Because I'm gonna fucking win." And he looked at me. He's like, "Okay, you're in. Can you film this date? This date?" I'm like, yep,
absolutely,
absolutely.
Close the store up.
You let me know when I got to be there.
Yeah.
So like that was literally the process. It was. I went on there.
That was a great show.
I was a cocky motherfucker. I was like.
But was it just like that? Like you had to make everything like on the fly like that?
It's exactly what it is. Yeah, man. The only difference.
Even that dessert you made looked awesome. You made like a dessert.
Look, I went on autopilot in that show, and I just went to the fundamentals. I didn't go outside the box. I'm like, these guys are all going to go outside the box, and that's where they're going to make a mistake. The people I was lucky. The people I went up against, 3 of them were home. 2 of them were home pizza makers.
Yeah.
And I knew all 3 of them, and one of them like was a chef that worked, and he was the one I was most worried about. But
he was the guy that you ended up going up against at the end, right?
No, it was the guy from Down North Pizza in Philly. He was like incarcerated, and he like used pizza as a tool to like, fix his life or whatever. But he's a great guy. And the guy that I went up against at the end, he was just a home pizza maker who taught himself how to make pizza on YouTube. And I'm just like, I sound so cocky and arrogant.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill this guy.
Like, as soon as I went up, I'm like, dude. Once they chopped the kid who was the chef, I was like, I'm gonna.
It's mine.
Yeah, this is over. And a lot of editing went in at that last round with with the me fumbling on not knowing what to do with the thing. So they had to make it interesting.
Yeah, it's TV.
It's television, man.
They got to sell it.
But that is actually what it is. It's you get 30 minutes to make the meal. You open the basket. You have no idea what's in the fucking basket. The only difference is that once you open the basket like 10 times, so I use that time because they keep filming your reaction. They're like, come on, bigger reaction.
So keep looking to see what was in there.
Yeah.
And then use your
every
brain,
single time
think
I'm
about what you
opening
want to
this
put.
basket, I'm in my head, I'm like, all
right, there's figs in there.
Yeah, like this is what
all right, there's mascarpone in there.
Correct. That's kind of like how I did it.
Yeah.
And so it just worked out, and that was the catalyst. I think every pizzeria needed a catalyst.
Yeah.
Some people have Barstool.
Yeah.
Some people have Food Network. That was my catalyst.
That's
right?
awesome. And you had Barstool also, which is huge.
Yeah. So
2 huge things.
He came right after Chopped.
Yeah.
So it was like
you were hot. You were hot.
Yeah, I was hot at the time.
Everybody wants a piece of the pie when you're hot.
He came off a plane from JFK directly to me. I wasn't there. My pizza was sitting on top of the oven for an hour. I'm not happy with the score, and that's the one thing that people
What did he give you?
A 7.3 for my New York and a
Okay.
7.8 for my Roman.
That's not a bad score, though.
Look, the 7.3 for the New York, I completely understand why he gave it to us. It was ice cold, sitting on top of the oven in a box for an hour. I have the receipts. I have the fucking camera footage. I have the receipt.
He came in himself to get it?
He came in himself.
Oh, wow.
Somebody ordered.
So you never met him?
Whatever. I never met. I wasn't there.
Shit, that would have been nice.
And
to
my
meet him.
guys weren't. I had no idea who he was. Like they just
Yeah.
It was like, here's your pizza. Charged him for it. So anyway, but Chopped was my catalyst. Right after Chopped, man, I had like 3 weeks where people lines out the door. People were excited to come try the pizza. People were loving it, and business from there went from breaking even to a little bit of profit to just very profitable. Then fast forward like a year and a half from there, 50 Top Pizza Organization
I saw that.
rated us number 3 slice shop in the United States and top 100 pizzeria in the world. And it wasn't that it's funny because people thinks like, oh, because you were rated that, your business got busy. People on Long Island didn't know what the fuck that was. Like, they don't know anything about that. What made that bigger than what it was News 12, Antoinette Biordi, I'm a friend of hers.
Yeah.
She was like, Rob, this is crazy, because she saw me do it, and she's like, I got to come in and do a story on this. So she sent her crew. They did a story, and I posted it on Instagram, and it went viral. So that's what happened. It wasn't that.
It was Instagram that did it, actually.
Instagram that
and
did
News
it.
12.
Correct. It wasn't the top 50 pizza. It was Instagram and News 12.
Yeah.
Because when they did the story.
She's great, Antoinette. I know her.
Yeah, she's the best. In the story, they were like, this pizzeria was rated the best in the world. They didn't say one of the best, top 100. They said the best in the world.
Yeah.
So it sounded way cooler than it was. And dude, it was 17 days straight, I'll never forget, of a line out my door, out the door, down the block, of people coming in, local pizza, people coming from Ronkonkoma, all over the place to try the pizza. And it was in June and July. It was fucking 90 degrees out every day. My AC in there sucked. I think I remember seeing you put on a video on Instagram during when that was all going on. You're like, come in. We got air conditioning.
We're a cooling zone.
You remember
what did they call that on the news?
Yeah.
Oh, cooling center.
Yeah, cooling center.
Oh, yeah.
You made that video.
It's 90 degrees. Go to a cooling center. Don't go outside. If you have to go outside, drive directly to a cooling center.
I remember.
Why don't you come to a restaurant that has 30 tons of air conditioning in it, have a nice meal, and cool off?
That's
promote a restaurant.
I remember you posting that video.
Yes.
And sending it to my dad, being like, I need fucking air conditioning, because we were dying in there. And thank God it all worked out. And so those two catalysts are what like propelled Taglio to what it is today.
Yeah.
In the middle of all that, like right when I was on that top 50 thing, everything, all the dominoes kind of fell. I announced that I was opening in Massapequa, so people from Massapequa started coming to try it.
Oh wow!
Everything kind of all happened at once.
Everything fell into place.
Yeah, and it was just like, that's it. Taglio's hot, and that's just a lot of luck involved. I know I say like pizza's great, and that's what's
it's timing also. It's not even just luck. It's timing. Things happen at a certain time.
It's a lot of everything.
A lot of hard work.
Yeah, and then also I was doing the spatula Mike bullshit on Instagram too.
Yeah, it's like something different.
Don't promote your business on social media.
Yes, that's my thing.
Do it.
Don't promote your business on social media.
Don't promote your business on social media. It's crazy,
right? Because these people don't want to do it, and there are. We both have a lot of haters.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And these people are so jealous of us. It's not even funny. It's insane. That's why I do it, because I know the jealous people are saying, oh, why is this guy always on social media? Every day I got to see this guy's fucking face.
Yeah.
Yeah, but guess what? Every day people are coming in here to see this face and spending money.
You built your business on social media.
Yep.
And that's everybody. Like when you post me, when we did our video together, like people from all over the country that are my friends in the pizza industry that I know from Las Vegas were reaching out to me. Yo, you know that guy?
You know that clown?
Yeah. But they all are saying he's a fucking asshole. I'm like, no, he's not. He's not. I'm like, that's all fucking skits on Instagram. You think he talks to his customers like that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know.
And it's just, you got a lot of haters. I got a lot of haters, but
it's all jealousy.
It's all jealousy.
They're just jealous that you're busy and they're not. That's the problem, Rob.
It's, I don't know.
I'm telling you, I know a guy that went to your pizzeria last week. Not the guy that called me.
Yeah.
That I told you about. And he's like, oh yeah, I went to your friend's pizzeria. Line out the door. It's not good, man.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
Yeah. Not
I'm
a
like,
good
nah.
look.
I'm like, he's gonna be busy. You're gonna say. He's like, nah. He's like, yeah. We'll see in 6 months down the line.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. In 6 months, he's gonna be busy. All those people that left, they're all gonna be in there.
Of course they're gonna be back, man, bro. If you're gonna go to a pizzeria that's, you're going for the same reason everybody else is going.
Yeah.
Give me a couple months to get my staff trained, to get shit going.
Takes time.
If you judge any restaurant on the first week they're open,
no, you can't.
You're an asshole.
Yeah.
Like that's it. You're an asshole.
Yep.
Don't do that. I always, if I know someone open, I will never go there. If I don't know them or whatever, but I want to try it, I won't go there the first week. I just won't do it, so.
No, I have 4 sons. I mean, they all pretty much work here.
Yeah.
My youngest son is 16. He's like a sick busboy. The kid like runs around this place when he works,
Yeah.
Then I have my 18-year-old. He works behind the counter. He'll do some deliveries, but he's not really into it yet. He hasn't seen what I've created for him yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was my. How old are you?
I'm 52.
Okay. At what point do you feel like you're gonna say, boys? Do you have any daughters?
No.
No. You're gonna say, boys, listen. Each of you guys take this place, take it to the next level.
Yeah.
Whack it up 4 ways and figure it out.
I wish that would be my dream.
And
when they're ready.
Do they want to do that?
I don't know. I mean, right now
that's my fear, right? Is I'm building all this, and I have one son and one daughter, and like I don't want my son to be a pizza man because I know how hard I work.
Yeah.
You know, and you get taken away from family time.
Oh
and
my
stuff
God,
like
I
that.
talk about this all the time with people. Like, you really neglect your family.
It's tough, and you know, I see your wife sitting over here.
Yeah.
And she's like really involved, but like my wife.
But she wasn't always. I mean, now the
Yeah.
last couple of years she has been. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But like, I miss so many things. I talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
I miss so many things in my kids' lives. I mean, you're here tonight.
Yeah.
Which is a true testament to the fact that you can leave your
Well, look,
business.
I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah.
I
was always afraid to leave the place. For me, always.
don't do this often where I make time. Like, I have taken a step back from going above and beyond for people in the pizza industry, doing favors and stuff like that, doing podcasts. I'm very selective now on who I do that for. You, on the other hand, we don't really know each other that well, right? I reached out to you on Instagram, and I'm not going to lie to you. It was more out of, I was being selfish and saying, this guy got a big following. I want to reach out to him. Let's do a video together. We have two very different styles, so it's not going to hurt each other.
Absolutely.
We're not going to take business from each other. And let's see if he wants to do a video.
Yeah.
A lot of people told me not to do a video with you because I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, you are hated on by everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people, and this is me just being honest with you, because people don't know you,
Exactly.
right? They don't know you. They don't know you're a family man. They don't know you're a nice guy. They don't know how hard you work.
They have no clue.
You're here every fucking day trying to build a business for your family.
That's it.
You have 4 sons. Like, they don't see that shit.
No, they don't see it.
Right? So you welcomed me with open arms. We did that video. It went really well. I got a lot of shit for that video. But also, a lot of people in the pizza industry was like, yo, that's cool. That's great.
Friends?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wow,
like,
I didn't know that.
People were fucked up about that.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
One guy called me up. He's like, oh, you friends with Rob? I said, yeah. I mean, yeah, we're friendly. I don't know about how friendly we are, but oh, he's an asshole. I'm like, no, he's not actually.
Yeah. No.
Oh, he's so cocky. No, not really.
Yeah.
I'm like, actually, his camera girl was here doing the video.
Yeah.
And he was actually concerned that I wasn't get as much of the video because she was videoing him more than me. He actually told to get more of Anthony.
Yeah.
I said, so he's not like that, believe me.
That's the thing with me is I am cocky. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
I'm confident, right?
Yeah.
I know what's right and I know what's wrong. And what I don't like is when people cut corners in pizza and then pretend that they're doing something
good. Yeah.
Right? They're like, it's those pizzerias that go online and talk about their pizza, that they're doing something generational and new and different and blah, 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 blah. And what I loved about you is that you were speaking up to the people that never worked in a pizzeria. You were explaining our daily, what we go through on the daily with asshole customers.
Yeah.
Like,
do you know why I did that?
No.
So I always thought that this industry needed a reality show.
Oh, 100%.
And nobody ever got one.
Yeah.
So not that I needed one or you needed one.
Yeah.
Somebody in Arkansas could have had one.
Yeah.
As long as he was truthful and honest behind the camera, in front of the camera.
Yeah.
It would have been a great reality show.
Reality show. I'm surprised they never did
it's stupid.
Pizza Boss, like Cake Boss.
Yeah, there you go. That's what people call me on Instagram, Pizza Boss.
Yeah.
So anyway, I said, you know what? Let me start exposing the madness and see what happens. And this is where we are today.
Yeah. No,
we're on a podcast.
And we're on a podcast. And to all you haters out there, keep hating because it gets
you know
us views.
They have no idea.
Yeah.
Because if you hate a video, the first thing you're going to do is forward it.
Yeah.
If the person you want to show it doesn't have Instagram, you're going to screenshot it.
Yep.
And you're going to send it to the person that doesn't have Instagram.
Or they're going to
just
comment.
keeps going.
They're
Like,
going to comment.
It's
You're
gasoline.
An asshole. Well, you're an asshole. Okay. The more you comment, the more views we get.
It's race fuel in a race car. That's all it is. They don't get it. I love it.
It's great. But anyway, so back to you. Once I met you, and I'm like, you know what's one thing you didn't do? You didn't ask me, hey, how's my pizza? You didn't ask me, hey, Rob, like, how can I make my pizza better? You didn't ask me anything about the pizza. And I fucking love that. Because every pizzeria I go into, they're like, hey, man, like, don't judge my pizza. Don't do this. I'm not like that, bro.
Yeah.
You have customers, right?
That like it.
That like your pizza. I don't give a shit how bad or how good your pizza is.
Yeah.
And I just had your pizza. It's great. It's
thank you.
It's Long Island pizza, man. It's tried and true. That's what it is. And Your customers love it. You got a full dining room.
I love when customers come in, they try to get me to talk bad about a local guy. I don't call them competitors. I call them other local places because I don't have competition.
No.
Neither do you.
No.
So like, oh yeah, that guy down the block over there, his pizza sucks. And I'm just like, they're waiting for me to say something like, yeah, I know. I'm like, well, somebody likes it.
Yeah, people like it. He's still paying
He's
his
busy.
rent. Yeah,
Yeah, somebody likes his
people
pizza.
like it, you know. So that's kind of like what it was.
You can't hate on people that work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can't.
So, but that's why, like, people, like, when I did those videos with you, you know, I said, you know what? Everyone who I spoke to, I'm like, you know what? Actually, he's a really nice guy. His kids are all there, like, and then, you know, when I was opening in Massapequa, I reached out to you and I said, yo, I would love it if you came.
Yeah.
Guess who's the only person who showed up that I reached out to? You.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Wow, the place is full of people that night.
Well, look, family members, cousins, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I reached out to a lot of people in the industry. A lot of people that are so, quote unquote, my friends in the industry.
That you think.
You were the only one who showed up. Why? Because you don't have an ego. You don't have jealousy in your bones. You weren't jealous. You were genuinely happy that I opened. And I barely know you.
That.
So it meant a lot to me that you came. And a lot of my friends that didn't come, take notes.
Yeah,
bro. That's it. Like
the circle gets smaller, Rob. As you get older, the circle gets smaller.
Up here. Now, a lot people during the day in the industry. Frank from Mike's Hot Honey came. Alexander from Orlando.
He came
Foods
here afterwards.
Yeah, they're
sweetheart guy, the best.
I love them. They're like Orlando Foods is my family. Frank is great. Mike's Hot Honey is great. So a lot of people did come, but my friends in the pizza industry, you know, I think.
That's very disappointing.
It's
really,
disappointing because there's a lot of ego in pizza, and you know it. You know,
I wish there wasn't.
Be honest, the other guy who showed up, like the people that would least likely think for this guy to show up, he showed up the next day, and because he works, and I completely understand. Is Dario? You know, you ever heard of Dario's?
He came there. Oh, that's awesome.
There. Everyone thinks
I never met him.
Yeah,
I'd like to meet him.
Very talented pizza maker.
I heard he's a nice guy.
Very talented. He's the one guy that I don't fear anybody, but if there's somebody in the pizza industry, and he's going to love when I say this, if there's one guy in the pizza industry that I'm scared to go toe-to-toe with, it's him because he knows his shit, man. Yeah. Like, he knows he's a very good pastry chef.
So you're not cocky.
I'm not cocky.
They don't know. These people are just stupid.
I'll give props to everybody who deserves props, man. Like
I just wish everybody got along. It's a lot better than it used to be, I'll be honest with you.
You know, it is. And I think Instagram made it easy for that, for that to happen. But there's just too much ego in pizza. And if you guys came and got to know me and got to know you, you would realize, like, we're just family guys trying to make a living, man. Like,
that's all it is.
We're not celebrities. We're just guys.
And it's nice to have a following. They come in, they want to take a picture with you. It's awesome. Flattering, isn't it? Doesn't it make you feel good?
It feels good, man. Like,
I know.
I get. I'm sure you get it way more than me at this point because you got a huge following. But I do get people that come in and want to take a photo and say, oh, I saw your episode of Chopped. It was awesome. This is the best pizza I ever had. This is fantastic. And all that stuff is great. But my goal at the end of the day is my biggest compliment is when someone travels to taste my pizza and it lives up to the hype. If it doesn't live up to the hype, it's tough to live up to the hype. Yeah, because
you always want to make people happy to come through the door. You never want somebody to leave disappointed.
Look, the Instagram, I always say Instagram gets people in the door, but your pizza is what's got to keep them, or your food's got to keep them. Where I don't have food, you have food. But I had a pasta fagioli soup here that was fantastic. So if you come to, if this is a commercial. If you come to Phil's
only in Syosset.
Only in Syosset. I want to talk about that, by only in Syosset. If you come to Phil's, get the pasta fagioli soup.
Thank you.
It was very good. I hope. You got to raise the price a little bit of it. So just,
you know what? I went out to dinner recently, and I was Saturday night, and I was looking at the guy's menu prices. And we just did a price increase, and I'm looking at this guy's dish, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
You give huge portions.
I got to raise my freaking prices.
You give huge
portions.
I know
Syosset doesn't want to hear that, but let me tell you.
Syosset, you got plenty of money, Syosset.
They better not complain that my prices are too high.
Yeah, no. Let me ask you a question, because this is where a lot of people get confused. And I know you started saying only in Syosset. Only in Syosset. How many Phils are there?
I know there's one in Massapequa, North Massapequa.
Yep, they're fucked.
Then I know there's one on Sunrise Highway.
That's the one that is like literally across the street from me.
And I know there's one in Wantor.
Are they all affiliated?
No. So Massapequa was the first store.
On Sunrise Highway?
Yes, from like the 60s.
Wow, okay.
That's in that same shopping center. Then those two brothers opened up Sunrise Highway.
Got it. Okay.
One brother went to Sunrise Highway. The other brother stayed in North Massapequa. Not that they split up. They just One ran this store, one ran that
Oh,
store.
that's like super North Massapequa, I think.
Yeah, Hicksville Road,
okay.
Jerusalem Avenue.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Far from you. Not far, but,
no,
not
it's,
that,
it's
not as
far
close to the
enough
other
that,
guy.
yeah.
So then in like, I would say like 99, late 90s, yeah, 90, no, maybe closer to, 99, 2000, they sold that store because they renovated North Massapequa, took over a store next door, made it big. So they sold the store. This way they can concentrate on the one big store.
Got it.
So they sold it to a guy that worked there. Then this store was actually opened up as a Umberto's of New Hyde Park.
This
This
particular
store
one
was opened up as Umberto's of New Hyde Park in like the 90s also.
Okay.
Then there was some problems between the Sabaro family and the Umberto business.
Yeah.
And they split up and they called this store Mama Sabaro's.
Got it. Okay.
Then they sold Mama Sabaro's in 2006 to us, which was me and the two guys from North Massapequa.
Got it.
So I was partners with the two guys from North Massapequa for like 15 years.
Are you friendly with them still?
Yeah, very.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Very friendly. Nice guys.
Were they not happy that you promoted Taglio as much as you did the last couple of days?
I didn't hear anything about
anything?
it. No,
Oh, okay.
not really.
I know that, I guess one of the sons.
But I'm all about promoting myself, obviously, and
yeah.
other businesses because, look, you wanted to like step on my stepping stone because you saw my following.
Yeah.
But like,
and
you
I'm very
have a
honest
following
about
also.
that. I did, yeah. No,
Listen, you have a following also. Let's say you have 100,000 followers. I don't know what you have.
No, I don't.
I have
that many.
100,000 followers.
Yeah.
Together we have 200. How
Yeah.
great is that?
Yeah.
We're collaborating.
Yeah.
We're reaching 200,000 people.
I think at the time when we did the video, I had about 25,000.
Yeah.
So I didn't have that many, but your video.
Yeah.
Whew,
You know, it's amazing like how
Got me a lot of
Instagram
followers.
works, and it's just like, I wouldn't say like I figured it out, but
Yeah.
I am like on the cusp of
And you know what's
really
nice
figuring it out.
that you did is that you did it on your own.
I did. I didn't have anybody helping me.
A lot of people are hiring. Like I hired a girl to do my Instagram.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't want to do it. Like
Yeah.
I didn't want to put the work in. So when my Instagram girl at Eating Long Island first started doing my Instagram,
Yeah.
she was very like skittish about me doing some of the stuff I was doing. She's
Yeah.
like, "Well, you can't do that. People are gonna." I'm like, "Listen, let me do what the fuck I want to do."
Yeah.
And you sit back
Yeah.
and watch the magic.
Yep.
And so now, anytime I tell her something, she's like, "Let's do it.
Yeah.
Like you're paying me. Like it is what it is."
Yeah.
And it seems to work. But
You know who I learned a little bit from? Not even that I'm good friends with this person, but you know that guy Little Mo?
yes,
That guy
Yeah.
Little Mo has been here like 4 times.
has he?
That guy is a smart guy.
Yeah.
He's not a donkey by
Yeah.
no means.
No,
That-
I met him once, and I was like, "Holy shit, you're like normal. You just talk
yeah.
normally." And like,
So he comes here the first time. I'm waiting for this guy to come like a camera crew.
Yeah.
He comes with a bodyguard, this jacked up guy. This guy's his camera guy. Literally his camera guy. But
Wow.
he hold the camera for me, not even a camera guy, does the video. He goes and sits down at the first booth and edits the video. I'm like, wow, you do your own Instagram? He's like, Instagram's got to come from your heart.
Yeah.
He's like, the music,
Absolutely.
the algorithm's going to follow you, the hashtags, everything. It's like, it's got to come from your heart.
I like that.
I was like,
like
wow,
that.
this guy's like fucking,
Yeah.
he's right.
Yeah.
Now, 2 years later, he was here 2 years ago the first time. He's been here 3 other times. We got each other's phone number, we
Yeah.
text. I mean, he's blowing up like crazy, like in the comedy circuit now. But he was really 100% right. It's got to come from your heart.
Yeah.
That's why I will always do the content.
Yeah.
And I'll send it to these girls and let them
Yeah.
do their thing with it.
And they basically edit it.
And it's been
post
blowing
it
up
with the
still.
caption.
Every freaking video is a
awesome.
fucking hit. It's like
awesome.
crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, Instagram is such a tool for every business, and I think that they should all use it, but you can't let someone else
No.
dictate what you do.
No.
Like, there's local
They don't know your
pizzerias.
business. And the pizzeria's got to have personality.
Yeah, man.
It has to.
It's
It's like you
gotta.
go get your hair cut. Do you want to go get your hair cut and the guy's just like this?
Yeah, no.
Hey,
You
what's
wanna
up? How was your
bullshit.
day? What's going on? I haven't seen you in a month.
100%.
How's the family? Like, this is what the people want to hear.
100%,
It's like
100%.
therapy at the counter for these people.
Yeah,
Oh, I had a
yeah.
shitty day or this or that. Like
Yeah.
I tell these guys all the time, like, don't wait by the kitchen for the orders. Go up front, stand by the customer. I love talking to the customers. My wife loses her mind. Oh my God, that guy had to go home. His pizza was cold by the time you were done talking to him. Yeah,
But
but
they
you know
like
what? He
that.
loves me, the guy. And I
Yeah.
can't tell you how many customers I've become friendly with.
Yeah.
And like my kids say it all the time. My oldest son says that he's here with me the most. He said to me when he was a little kid, he goes, wow, Dad, he goes, you met so many nice people. Like you made so many connections in this
yeah.
business. Believe me, more money than I made relationships.
Absolutely.
It's the best thing.
People, I from having a pizzeria, how many? I guarantee you, I'm going to ask you this question. I'm going to say 1,000. How many PBA cards you got?
Too many.
Yo, it's crazy. Every cop that comes in, let me give you a PBA card. PBA card. I got a whole.
But you know what? It's their way of like thanking.
Thanking you. Yeah, no, and I support. I back the blue. We did that thing for Long Island Peach. Back the blue.
Diller, I got the bracelet on right here.
Yeah, man.
Detective Diller.
That was an awesome thing you guys did.
That was good.
That really brought the community together. I loved it.
That was the Farmingdale bus accident was the birthplace for that.
Yeah, that was awesome. And you don't realize how many local pizzerias, small guys that helped that. Because,
that was nice. That really boost business for a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Because I'll tell you another thing. I went with my son like a couple weeks after we did that first one for the Farmingdale bus accident to go pick up checks from pizzerias. And I can't tell you how nice it was.
Yeah.
To like go to these places and meet them and thank them and everything. It was really nice.
It's I always try to go to local pizzerias and eat their pizza and I every time I go I hope they don't recognize me and I try their pizza and then sometimes they do or whatever. Yeah. But I think it's one of those things that you have to go to every local pizzeria and just eat their pizza. Yeah. Because it keeps you on your toes, number one. And number two, it gets you to say, okay, well, this guy's packed. So what is he doing? What is
he doing that I could do?
Yeah. Yeah. And, but the community coming together in pizza, I think.
Yeah, that was phenomenal.
That was huge for it. And I think Instagram now has brought a lot of people together. Yeah. Me, I'm a little bit of an asshole on Instagram, especially if my whole theory is don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Yeah, exactly. If you want to come at me because I'm busy or you want to take shots at me, then I'm going to
I had a pizzeria in November call here and prank me.
Local? No. You don't know which pizzeria it was?
So
fucking put them
God
on
loves me. No, I promised them I wouldn't. So God loves me so much. So this guy calls me and he pranks. He wants to order like 5, 6 pies, whatever, this and that. I knew the guy was fucking pranking me. So I'm like, all right, give me a credit card number. And he's like, he's like, he curses at me, says some pretty nasty stuff about my wife, stuff a kid would say. Yeah. So I hang up the phone. I was so mad. It was my son's birthday that night. We were about to sing happy birthday right here in the dining room. I had to run and go get the phone. So I pressed *69. I get the number. I Google the phone number. This is how much God loves me. Yeah. I Google the phone number. It brings me to a Craigslist ad of a pizzeria that's looking to hire a pizza man. So this person had their cell phone number on the Craigslist ad. That's why Google brought me to the Craigslist ad. Now it said the name of the pizzeria that was looking.
Local?
No.
You don't have to say the name, but I'm just very curious.
Not local. So it said such and such pizzeria is looking for a pizza maker.
Can you say what town it was in?
It was out east.
Oh. But see, so what the fuck?
I promised the guy. Promises are promises. So he goes, this is the name of the pizzeria. Call this person on their cell phone. So now I Google the pizzeria, get the pizzeria's phone number.
Called.
They answer the phone. I'm like, hey, what's up? This is Anthony from Phil's in Syosset, only in Syosset. I'm sure you know who I am because of my videos. That's why you're pranking me. I said, that was really nice of you to do that. I said, tell the fucking boss that tomorrow morning I'm going to blow him up on social media and I'm going to ruin his fucking business. Yeah. Only time I've ever used my following to my advantage like that.
I use it quite often, actually.
The next morning, this pizzeria owner calls me up.
Of course he did.
Begging me.
Of course he did.
Begging me and telling me he'd donate money to whatever charity I want.
Was it the owner that called you and pranked you, or was it his
one
staff?
of his workers.
See, that happened to me before, and you can't. I won't say the name of this pizzeria because same reason we actually became friends. It was a local pizzeria in Mineola. Yeah. Not in Mineola, in Garden City. One of their staff managers wrote a bad Google review saying.
That's fucked up.
Taglio sucks. There's no way they're top 3 in the world, in the country. Go to this place up the road. It's right up the road. Why would anybody else go to this place? Wow. So I screenshotted it. I found out who the owner was. I sent it to him. I'm like, yo, bro, talk to your staff. I said, you have 24 hours to make this right, or else I did the same thing as you, or else you're going to be all over Instagram tomorrow. And boom, fucking 30 seconds went by. Yo, Rob, this is so-and-so. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah. We don't do that. That's not me. That's not how I run my business. I have so much respect for you in the industry. I have your pizza all the time. Yeah. Don't tell my staff. I order from you. We became friends now. And,
that's good.
And the other day, he asked me for pepperoni. I gave him a bag of pepper. I mean, I'm talking, we're close to each other.
Yeah.
Like, close pizzeria. We're
Yeah,
direct competitors.
Yeah.
And here I am on a Friday night. The guy ran out of pepperoni, and I gave him pepperoni.
Yeah.
And he sent me a message. He goes, "You're really not an asshole like everyone says you are.
You see?
You just gave a pizzeria up the block that was out of pepperoni. You could have crippled us the whole night."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Dude, I'm not.
Who
It's
cares?
not about that. Bro.
It's about helping people out.
Correct, man.
Being human.
And
you know,
that's
nobody has humanity anymore. That's the problem.
You know, and then recently when I opened Massapequa, there's 2 local pizzerias that are very, very upset that I opened. And I'm sure you saw I posted on Instagram.
Yeah, but you know what? These local pizzerias that are upset that you're open.
Yeah.
I know probably one of them has multiple locations, and I'm sure he's opened up near other pizzerias also.
100%. So he's the last person to talk. And
so you know what? It's business, and you don't want every customer anyway.
I'm gonna say the name because everyone knows what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Umberto's of New Hyde Park.
Yeah.
Is the OG.
The best Sicilian slice on the planet.
If it wasn't for Umberto Corteo,
we wouldn't be here.
The pizza in Long Island wouldn't exist the way it is today.
I'd love to meet the guy, I swear.
I met him a couple
Listen,
times.
I'm sitting in his store right now.
Yeah,
this used to be his store.
And I'm going to pay homage where homage is due. But nobody, and I mean nobody, has ever tried to step on this guy's toes. Now.
And I don't think you're trying to step on his toes. You're selling a completely different product.
Different product. And when I signed that lease, I called the owner's son, Gaetano, and I explained to him the situation. And some things ensued, but it's in the past now.
Yeah.
Right? They have left us alone. I left them alone. There's other pizzerias that are also different pizzerias in Massapequa that one of the owners, one of the 11 fucking owners, wrote something on exact. One of them,
how the fuck are they making money?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Wrote something on my Instagram. I posted it. These guys went and called everybody and their mother to get me to not talk about it. Blah 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 blah. Bottom line is, I said, okay, no problem. Just don't let it happen again. Because I posted on Instagram and now they're all pissed off. So I like I said, and I'm sure it goes the same way, don't start no shit and there won't be any shit.
Yeah.
I have a big following now. You have a big following now. The worst thing you could do is come after us because we're not going to let that shit. I don't let shit like that slide. If I look at it as you're trying to take food out of my family's mouth.
100%.
That's what you're
why
trying
we're
to
here.
do.
Why else are we here?
Exactly.
That's it.
I work too fucking hard to let some idiot on Instagram make up stories or make something up about me and take food out of my kid's mouth.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. And that's how I look at it.
I agree with you 100%.
Everything we do on Instagram, people think it's our egos. People think it's we want to be famous. And no, man.
We want to make money.
I want people to come in and buy my pizza.
Yeah.
That's it.
This is my Hollywood. This is
it,
my stage.
Man.
This is my theater. This is where I make. This is where I do my thing.
And if you like it, come by and eat some great food. And if you don't like it, there's plenty of other pizzerias to go to.
Yeah.
There's plenty.
We can't handle every customer. We can't.
It's
impossible.
I learned that recently in Massapequa when I opened. Fucking 3-hour wait for pizza. I pissed a lot of people off. I'm sorry about that, but
they'll be back.
They'll be back. 100%.
Wait till they try the pizza.
It's slowed down a lot now, so thank God.
Yeah.
I turned online ordering on. I got into a group.
And they may like this from you, but they like that from that guy.
Oh, 100%.
It's gonna happen.
Every once in a while, I still get an Umberto's grandma pie. The guy, like I don't sell grandma pizza.
His Sicilian's phenomenal. People are still trying to figure out how he gets that bottom so crunchy like that.
We could figure it out. I'll teach.
But it's phenomenal. Really, it really is good.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great, man. And like honestly, the pizza world has helped me to like you said, make friends. And I'm talking about friends in the industry like you.
Yeah.
I look at you now as like you're gonna be my friend for life.
Yeah, definitely.
I wanna see your sons kind of grow and expand. And obviously, dude, I'm here to help you whatever you need pizza.
Listen, I'm going to buy an electric oven. You're going to come here and show me how to use it. That's what we're going to do.
I want your sons
maybe in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, do it, man. Do it. I'm ready. Look, I want your sons to take over your business. I want them to expand. I want them to you know what I think you should do? And I know you're not going to do it, is change the name.
I know.
Man, you have such a big following now. People know who the hell.
I know. I'm at the point that I can change the name if I want to.
You got to do it.
I know.
Anyway,
that's awesome.
My advice to you is forget everything else. Create your own brand, which you already have.
Yeah.
And change it. And if you don't, that's cool too.
Yeah. Something to think about. But the electric oven is coming soon.
Do it, man.
I am.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it.
All right. Well,
Brother, I'm happy to have you here.
This
Really,
was awesome.
go home to your
I
family.
would like to do this again.
It's
sometime.
after hours, you know.
Yeah,
Phil's after hours.
Phil's after.
Yep.
Anthony's after hours.
Anthony's after
Who the
hours.
fuck is Phil?
Who the fuck knows? We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna do a podcast about Phil.
Yeah,
we have to.
Can we get Phil?
I don't even know if the guy's alive.
Oh, you don't?
I don't even know.
There's got to be like the next in line. Phil's son.
I got to find out. There is a Phil and Sons in Plainview, though.
Is it related?
I don't think so. I got to find this out. I got to get this straightened out.
If you open a pizzeria nowadays and you call it Phil's or Gino's, you're an asshole.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Unless it's in Syosset.
Yeah.
Phil's in Syosset. That's it.
Man. Only in
Syosset. That's it. All right. I hope everybody loved this podcast.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully they'll come here. They'll come to you.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're all friends. If you like,
we're just here to promote our businesses at the end of the day and feed our families. That's it.
We're really not assholes.
We're not
We're
assholes.
not assholes. So.